Hi guys, in this video we will learn how to add daterangepicker as a filter in Laravel data table. So let's get started with example and let's see that. So you can see over here I simply list of all the users with creation date and status. Okay, and simply use the data table. So if you don't know how to use data tables, then I already captured a few days ago that video, so you can follow that one. You can see that how to implement Yajra data tables. Okay, so you can see here and simply I kept you can see that I already display, created users table and all the list of dummy users over here. Okay, so now what we will do, simply add custom filter over here and with the date range picker. Okay, so let me go here and let's start it. Okay, so let me go users. Okay, and here I will be add div and I will say filter. Okay, and then I will simply empty3 and mp3 some spacing between. So and then I will say row class and then I will say call md4 class. Okay, and simply I will use label. So I will say creation date. Okay, and I will use br over here and then I will set simply text. Okay, and name will be save. Okay, and I will say class form control, simply save it. Okay, and now if I refresh it, you can see that I already added over here creation date, and here should be date range picker. So there is a library, date picker library, so you can see daterangepicker.com. So you can use that one. So I will simply copy that cdn, and we are already using jquery, so I'm not going to copy that. Simply go here and add into the header. Okay, so simply paste it. Okay, now what I need to do, simply go and I will take the input from here. Okay, and simply paste it over here. Okay, and then I will simply remove the values. Okay, and then I will add class that's called form control. Okay, and then I will say date range. Okay, simply save it. Okay, and now I need to copy this. Okay, and simply go here and I will simply paste it over here. Okay, let me add some space over here and I will use the class. So that's a date range. Okay, simply save it. Okay, and now let me go here and refresh it. You can see that date picker is coming properly. You can see that you can choose it. Now what we need to do, once I select and click on apply, then it should be filtered based on the selected range of the date. Okay, so let me go here and what I will do, I will simply copy this. Okay, and I will do simply class dot. Okay, and I will say change event, and when change event will be call, then table dot draw again. Okay, so what we will do, when I change date over here and click on apply, then again table will draw and I will pass the start date and end date over here. Okay, so what I will do, I will simply use this one and url specified and simply copy it. Okay, and what I will do, I will pass the data and then I will simply use the function and argument will be the d. In d I will pass start date. Okay, and equal, sorry, start date equal to, I will simply copy date range data and I will say date range picker dot start date. That will be a movement object, so I can simply format it. Okay, so I will simply format y. Okay, and dd. Okay, simply same thing I will do for the end date. So I will say end date. Okay, and same thing I will use end date. Okay, and let me go to the controller over here, and if I go, I will simply info it. Okay, and I will say request I'm getting or not the date, so I just want to confirm first. Start date, and that should be a end date. Save it. Okay, and now let me go to the storage and log. Okay, and now let me go and refresh it. Okay, and now if I go here, you can see that we are already getting the start date and date. Let me go 7 to 30, and if I click apply, you can see that 7 will be the start date and this will be the end date. Now let me go here and what I will do, I will add another function of the Yajra data table that's called filter. So I will use filter function, and here I will be use as argument instance. Okay, and same thing as I will pass request object, so I can use So I can use start date and end date. So first of all, I will check if request field, that means start date and end date should be filled, then and then it should be inside and add the condition. Okay, so and I will say end date, and then simply I will say instance, and I will use where between condition, and I will use created at, and then simply I will pass request, and I will say start date, and then request I will say end date. Okay, and simply save it. Okay, and now let me go here and refresh it. You can see that there is no data between in 20 because of by default it's passed current date. Okay, so what I will do, I will simply go here and by default I will pass as a start date. I will say moment object, moment. Okay, and I will say subtract 1 am. Okay, and I will pass end date will be today's date, so I will say moment object. Okay, so what I did over here, last 1 month records will be displayed over here. So if we refresh it, you can see that I am getting, and you can see that by default 20 to 20 that's displaying over here. Now what I will do, simply 40 to 20, and if I click on the apply, then you can see that 14, 15, 18 days of records are displaying over here. Okay, same thing if I go and if I add 13 to 20 and apply it, you can see that 13 November's date records are coming. So you understand how easily we can add the date range filter into the data tables. If you like this video, then please subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys.